What's up, everyone? Tom C. back again for another ass-kicking video. Um, there's been a lot of things going on social media. Some the mainstream media, some independent journalists, some just people that just want to spew falsehoods. Let's put it that way. But we're going to talk about President Trump and what's going on with his health. I personally don't know what's going on with his health. I believe he's 78, so he's up there in age. He's not a young man. His health may be failing. I don't know. You get older, you physically don't get better. You mentally get better, but you physically don't. Your body will deteriorate. I hope he's not sick. I wish him the best. I know he's got that bruise on his hand, and his ankles were fat, and this and that. And, the man may have some health conditions. I'm not saying pre-existing. They could easily develop at any time. It's like the flu. You're fine today, but tomorrow you feel lousy. It came out of nowhere. Certain things you may not know you have, and then it comes out as it gets worse and your symptoms start surfacing. And so I'm not going to say that he knew he was sick and he ran for president. That's what the Democrats want to say. They're trying to compare it. It's funny how they forgot about Joe Biden. Joe Biden ran for president, right? He was senile then. You could easily see he couldn't even speak. I speak better than Joe Biden. And I didn't take not one public speaking class or anything like that. And I could speak to an entire room full of people. I could probably stand on the stage at a theater with a few thousand people and speak to them too. I don't have stage fright like that. I get butterflies. Butterflies is not stage fright. Butterflies is excitement, anticipating you going out there and, doing what you're doing. See, Joe Biden, he ran for president and won and became the president. The guy was, Mr. Dementia all the way. Mr. Dementia. People had a right to be like, this guy's not in good health. He's not fit to be president. But Trump is very mentally fit. And if his body's starting to fail him now, then so be it. It happens. There are relatives that I've had that were okay. All of a sudden they got sick. My mother, she had cancer but didn't know it. So it turned into stage 4 cancer, which that's when the symptoms start coming out. You could have stage 3 cancer and not feel lousy. You'll feel good. You'll have no symptoms. You won't know unless you go to the doctor and get tested every 6 months. But not a lot of people do that. Symptoms started coming out for my mother. They diagnosed her with stage 4 lung cancer, and it spread, it metastasized, they call it, to the bones. And she lost her ability to walk because of it. Because it started developing in her spine. Within 3 months, she was gone. 1 year prior, she was fine. We were having dinner. We had Thanksgiving together. Things were normal. And within that year, she was dead. Even 6 months before that, she was normal. She was fine. She'd go outside and do yard work. She liked to garden. She liked to, she wouldn't do heavy things. I would take care of the heavy things for her. But she actually liked mowing the lawn. She had a self-propelled lawnmower, which those that don't know what that is, you hold the lever and it goes automatically. You don't have to push it. You got to steer it, but you don't have to push it. And she'd mow the lawn. She enjoyed it. She told me she enjoyed it. And I thought it was good for her because You know, she's not just doing anything strenuous. What, walking behind a lawnmower that you're really not pushing? You're not pushing it. You're holding the lever and it. Think of it as an automatic transmission. She did things like that, but still 6 months before her death, things were normal. Then all of a sudden she got sick and she died. And that's that for that. That's the end of that one, you know. Things can develop. Maybe Trump was in great health when he got elected and when he was inaugurated. Maybe something developed over the past 6 months. That's very possible. I hope not, but you know, he's up there in age and things happen, you know. It's okay. It's not a right, but you know, it's life, right? What cracks me up is you got all these people just saying he's dying, he's dead, where's he been, blah, blah, blah. Leave the man alone. The man always talks to the press. Unlike Joe Biden, who avoided all of that because that was a game. That was a real scam presidency. But I hope Trump is okay. And if not, then that's life and so be it. But for people to just, listen, you got nothing better to say on the internet than to just spread false rumors where nobody has any proof of anything. The man works nonstop. Maybe he's taking a few days off. You know, we're all allowed a few days off. You take off from work, and that's his job. Oh, well, he's the president 24 hours a day. Yes, he is. And many times he's up at 3 in the morning while you're sleeping and drooling on your pillow. He's awake making phone calls to leaders overseas. You don't know what the man's doing. I'll tell you this right now. He's doing 1,000,000 times more than, what's his name? Sleepy Joe Biden. That's what I was going to call him, Crooked Joe Biden, but that's Hillary's name, right? Sleepy Joe. He did nothing. He just zombied around in his Alzheimer's. But don't worry, the Democrats stuck up for him. It's funny how the Democrats, they'll forget what happened yesterday, what they did yesterday, and they'll flip it. They'll flip it every freaking day. But no one knows if Trump is sick. There's a lot of rumors going around, and don't believe everything until actual facts come out. And if Donald Trump did get sick and something happens, let's say he's got to step down or whatever it is, then so be it. But he was in what I saw to be pretty good health when he was inaugurated. Sharp. He'll battle you in a second. Total opposite from Sleepy Joe. Yeah, but a lot of people like to talk a lot of shit. I guess your life is just a boring pile of it, you know, because if this is all you got to talk about, it's all you got to talk about. But anyway, what do you think? Do you think Trump is sick? Do you think he's going to die? Do you think J.D. Vance is going to be the next president real soon? And why do you think people are just spreading all this false information? That's really what I'd like to know, is why do you think they're spreading all this false information? If you got an answer for me, drop it in the comments. Like the video. Or not like the video. You know what? You don't have to like anything. But I appreciate you watching. And I'm out of here. I got shit to do today. Until next time. Adios.